Okay, I'm not about to get in your but I am. This queen asks, I need some advice. I'm going through a bad breakup right now. So it's a long story. We would have been a year next month. I had went through his phone and found out he was cheating on me with a from Canada. It was long distance, but still, I could hear the aggression, love. And then we tried to stay together, but he broke up with me on Saturday, talking about he just not happy with himself and he's not in the right place to be in a relationship. Said I broke a boundary with going through his phone while he was sleeping and just a lot of he is 22. I don't know what to do. I feel so alone. Queen, you don't know what the to do. You don't know what to do. Leave. Look, this is gaslighting 101. This is blame shifting 101. This is I'm a narcissist and I'm not about to take no accountability. And before I leave this, I'm gonna make sure you feel just as bad as I do. What do you mean you broke a boundary? He was cheating. So what's more important right now, the boundary or the cheating? If the fact you went through this nigga's phone is more important, he gives a more about that than the fact that he was emotionally cheating on you, there's no need for you to feel alone and question what the you need to do. You just need to get away from this and love yourself. You don't feel alone, queen. There's 8 billion people outside. Talk to some better people. You don't gotta put up with this type of shit. This is belligerent. This ain't cool. This ain't it. He's cheating on queen. He's cheating on you, then broke up with you because he felt overwhelmed. If you look, queen, love yourself. Recognize when you're putting up with and when you deserve more. You see, God is actually very giving and very loving. You understand me? The moment you're like, I deserve more than this, I deserve to not feel like this, and I'm receptive and open to receiving the experiences that I know I deserve, God will give it to you. Look, take my word on it. God will give it to you. If you're actually doing what you need to do, God is going to deliver it. But if you stayed attached to like this and then feeling sorry for yourself because of acted like he couldn't appreciate what he had in front of him, you're vibrating at the frequency he is, and God is going to have difficulty delivering that blessing to you, the real ones to you. Look, and I'm going to make this clear too. I hope my camera's in focus, man. Hey, look, if a dude has a woman in his vicinity, in his house, sleeping with him, whatever the case may be. You said he's 22. I don't know what the living situation is. If a dude has a woman in his vicinity that he's down for and still goes out of his way to make a relationship with a long distance woman, he has some mental going on up there that he hasn't addressed, that he needs to address. And it's not wise for you to stay in that situation. What do you mean? He's cheating on you with a from Canada. He can't even touch her. He's that desperate. He's looking for that much attention where you actually love it. Okay, so look, this is with the perspective that you were hitting him up, you were loving him properly, you were trying to be there for him and all this other type of stuff, right? So if he had all of that, if you were actually showing up and stepping up in his life as the divine feminine that you are, and he still needed attention from a woman 5,000 miles away, the man is a lot more insecure than we know, and it's best that he does remove himself from the situation. Maybe he saved you. Maybe this was a saving grace. Maybe him leaving was a good thing, because if from the sounds of it, you weren't going to, which is the crazier thing to me. Him leaving, it was honestly, you need to tell this thank you, because I didn't love myself enough to do it for myself. So thank you for doing the hard thing for me. I think that's how you need to view this. But don't let him gaslight you into thinking that it was your fault. Look, I had a story. Look, let me tell you a story. Right, let me tell you a story. Because y'all be thinking, I remember there was this one time, right? I had this one girl, and she stayed like 2 hours out, something like that, right? Long story short, she went downstairs. It was at her house, right? At her mama's house. And I go through the phone, and next thing you know, I find out she's cheating. I find videos, I find pictures, I find everything, right? I don't leave after the relationship. I don't. I'm like, you know what? I had a up past. I've did things. I'm more concerned on why this even happened. You know, I didn't know that you felt this way. I didn't know that you felt neglected and all this other type of stuff. And I'm not going to hold it against you. Can we work through it? Please. Like literally, please. Begging the motherfucker. For them to turn around and hit me with, oh no, I'm just too overwhelmed. I'm too stressed. This is too much for me right now. I gotta focus on my finals and all. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there bawling the out. But that's what happens when trust is broke. Nobody listens to nobody. Nobody trusts nobody. Nothing gets. It's just like a lost cause. And if you're not with somebody who has empathy, they're not gonna apologize for cheating. You know what's crazy? Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, to this day, that shit was about like 6 years ago. Granted, I don't talk to this person, but that apology never came. It never happened. That's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. You will think it's your fault because some motherfuckers just won't take accountability for what they did. Even if you did some wrong, they won't pinpoint how they played the part. And they'll with you psychologically because you'll start picking up baggage and weight that's not yours. This isn't your weight. He's the cheater. He cheated. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, this isn't something that you need to feel down and out about. This isn't something that you need to feel shit on and like the law in the life and shit. It's just like, no, there's just a lesson. Not all things happen in our favor. Some things it's just a lesson. The red flags that you should have acknowledged sooner that caught up in later because you decided to ignore them. I mean, all of that type of stuff, it comes up. But this isn't the end of life. You still have goals. You still have passions. You still have a destiny over your life. And all because you're going through heartbreak does not mean that your destiny is not accessible. You can be putting the work in and showing up for yourself, being confident and truly being who you were meant to be and called to be in this life in the midst of heartbreak. Heartbreak don't stop. That's just your emotions. But your destiny is still unfolding, and that heartbreak is part of the destiny because it's shaping you and giving you the information, the perspective, and the fuel to go after other areas in your life. So don't view this as no L, just view this as a lesson so you can adapt, so you can gain something from it and move on. Because I'm telling you, when you open your eyes, you want to know the beautiful thing about relationships. God has never made a deficit on humans. If it's not working, if it's not for you, go to where it is working and go where things is more aligned. Don't shun yourself from the world. Don't hide from the world. You may need to give yourself a moment to feel better, but don't stay like that. Go outside, experience, because once you start saying that God can bless you and God can make up for what you just lost, you'll start feeling so bad about what he just took. So I think that's it for that. If anybody else wants to ask me a question, wants any type of advice, anything like that, you can DM me. Or if you want it quicker with prioritization, go click the link in my description and it's going to say personalized video requests. If you get it through that, I'll respond to it first. They always get priority because you guys paid for it, literally. So I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Keep your head up out here.